chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, Flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6. Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid. She ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid like what you want, baby. You a bougie, baby, but I love you, baby, give you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a handbag like Saint Laurent, baby. We love that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my way. 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got plus bad, that's I swear, baby, it was just kiss, that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall from me. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your town. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These I sun them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it's like, yo, what it's like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo. All this ice is like snow.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one, between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
Mahomes now on first down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for. On
second down, here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So now here come the Dolphins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And that's the way to start a drive, and that's the way to continue a drive. Back-to-back, nice chunk plays. And if you're the offensive coordinator in your chess match with the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you put him in a spot where he's got to load up against the run because that last one was a really nice play. What are you going to do now? Do you go ahead and play into it, continue to run the ball, play action, try and hit him over the top? You've got to feel like you have the advantage.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Wagner eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Wagner. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins through. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, all that dancing and juking is great, but sometimes you guys just leave that on the ballroom floor. Put your nose down and try and gain some yardage.
Was one good move, but couldn't get anywhere. Tackled for a loss.
Watch right, watch right. Watch right, watch right. Get right. Ace.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Off play action. Wagner. here's one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Ace! Ace!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And out come the Dolphins now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Take it to the right, boy. Take it to the right. Move.
To throw on second down, Wagner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brooks. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now he'll run on the draw. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Wagner. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down.
This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Looking to throw. Wagner forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 61 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. And they'll go on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
So. Ace.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on. Left.
On 1st down, Mahomes finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wagner. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
A final shot before break. Wagner. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important.
It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City in for the score. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Wagner. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wagner got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wagner. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down, Wagner. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Back to throw. Wagner. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Wagner. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll get it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Mahomes now on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Right here, guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wagner. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, 26 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. Nope.
He's got it at the 15. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 6.
Slow. Here we go now. Green 90. 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Mahomes now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I'm
really?
going to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And on the ground they go with a running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 50 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They come out here in the eye.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And they'll go with a ground attack here. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Off the play fake. Wagner. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
4 down, check.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. So.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Check 59.
Mahomes to throw once more. He is going to find Hill here. He gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Chiefs, they've got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. Z. We got 3. Z. Mike, check. So.
Mahomes now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Let's get it.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for our entire crew, we'll...
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And she got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. Money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. Said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, 3 balls. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dance in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, it I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up.
Whoa, 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 whoa.